Hello world! Thanks for joining me today. We are on day 6. Today I wanted to mix it up and try something new. I don't usually ever eat tofu, but I came across this dish and it sounded really good. And I'm going to tweak it a little bit and make it my own. But it is a Greek tofu scramble, so that's what we're going to make today. And it is a really protein-rich meal, and it shouldn't take too long to cook at all either. So the first thing we're going to do is combine all of our tofu. It's just a package of tofu. Break it up, and then we're going to add all our spices to it. So first thing we're going to do is season our tofu. And if you're following along with me, there is the recipe and the directions in the description below. So don't worry, they'll be there for you. First thing we're going to do though is add 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast, and this just kind of gives it a cheesy flavor. And then we're going to add a teaspoon of basil, a teaspoon of parsley, and a 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric. Fun fact about turmeric, it has some incredible anti-inflammatory properties, and I actually sell some pretty incredible turmeric gel capsules on my website. If you go to claytonjames.com and go to my store, check it out. Might help you out a lot. But this stuff is all mixed up. It kind of looks like egg salad. Let's see how it tastes. Well, hopefully it tastes better than that when it's all cooked. That was a little rough. Okay, so the next thing we gotta do is half of a red onion. I'm gonna chop that up, 2 cloves of garlic, mince those up. Then we're going to throw them in a frying pan, saute them until the onions turn translucent. Alright, so while our onions and garlic are frying up, the recipe also calls for a cup of halved cherry tomatoes and a can of artichoke hearts. So I'm going to cut up these tomatoes. This is going to saute for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to add our tofu in. And you'll cook it until it's golden brown, and then you'll add in the tomatoes and the artichoke hearts, and you'll cook it for about another 3 to 4 minutes on medium heat. And then you add in about 3 ounces of spinach and saute the spinach until it wilts, and you're all done. So we're gonna go ahead and chop up our tomatoes and get to it. All right. Our artichoke hearts and our cherry tomatoes are all sauteed up. I'm going to grab a handful of spinach and throw it in there and cook it for 2 more minutes, and then we're all done. You know what? I figured out a trick. Food tastes so much better when you talk to it while you're making it and tell it how grateful that you are that it lived its life so that it can be food for you. I'm serious. This actually will make your food taste better. And if you don't believe me, try it. Next time you make a meal, tell your food how grateful you are that it grew up and spent its life getting all ripe and delicious so it can be chopped up and eaten up by you. Plants actually have feelings, and this, I read this in a book somewhere that when you do this, it actually it energetically changes the plant. It's like the plant surrenders in that moment and knows that it's part of the part of the cycle of life, and it is grateful to be going into you to be food. So it's like a win-win situation. All right, it's the moment of truth here. It's the thing with trying new stuff. I hope it turns out good. Hot. It tastes good. I think next time I put a little bit less parsley in it and basil, maybe a little bit less of that. But hey, you live and you learn. Well, not every time's a winner. Honestly, to me it didn't taste that great. But I think next time I'll make it with less parsley and basil, and I think it'll be amazing. But that's the thing. I love trying new things because sometimes, and more often than this happening, where I don't really enjoy it that much, is I really end up enjoying it and get to try something new and, you know, stretch. But it goes two ways. I'm not gonna like everything I try, and I would still encourage you to try this recipe out for yourself because you may really enjoy the way it tastes. What's up everybody, I'm Clayton James. Thanks for joining me. I just wrapped up day 6 of my 90-day whole foods plant-based fitness journey. So I wanted to talk about something today. I went to the grocery store to go do some grocery shopping and I needed to get some peanut butter. So I go down to where they have peanut butter in the grocery store, and I usually get the Smucker's kind because it's just peanuts and salt, and that's it. There's no hydrogenated palm oil or palm kernel oil or vegetable oil or any oil. And so as I'm looking around for that peanut butter, I came across this other brand called Organics, and the label said organic creamy peanut butter. And then I flip it around to the back to read the ingredients, and it said organic palm oil on it, which I don't really believe for a second that that is the thing, but if it is, that's neither here nor there. There was, I should have taken a picture of this because there was literally a 6-foot stackable shelf that was about 8 feet wide that had nothing but peanut butter on it, and there's only one kind of peanut butter that doesn't have oil in it of all the ones that I checked or already know about. And I just think that's incredible how so much of the food in the grocery store is just terrible for you. So I just wanted to impress upon you to read the label and make sure that you know what you're getting before you buy it, because I've made this mistake several times, and it's not like, you know, if you eat something that's bad for you, it's going to have immediate negative effects, although, I mean, it may, depending on how in tune you are to your body. But it's just important to know, like, what foods, because there's a lot of companies, and here's what I wanted to get at with this. There's a lot of companies that have a lot of food out there that is not really food. It's just processed, manufactured garbage, right? Pumped full of chemicals and pesticides and all kinds of nasty shit that causes cancer and kills people and who knows what else. I mean, I'm sure there is a multitude of crazy things that, you know, but aside from that, they will package stuff and present it as such that you think it's organic or vegan or gluten-free or whole foods plant-based. And just because it says gluten-free or GMO-free and vegan on the label doesn't mean that it actually is all of those things. Like, you have to, or isn't pumped with preservatives or sprayed with pesticides. So that's what I wanted to talk about. That, like, pay attention to what you're getting. Actually read the label. And look at the ingredients, because anything that's like, if there's any ingredient that you can't read or any kind of like anything that's not just natural and fresh, you don't need to eat it. Like, why would you want to eat that? And I think as a society we've just been conditioned to, you know, get a quick meal for the convenience of being able to have it, like the TV dinners and all that stuff. Is we gotta quit eating all that because it's killing us. So, anyways, day 6 for me went good. I had a good workout today. I have posted my workout in the description below, right below the recipe, and I think we'll just keep trucking along. I've got some exciting meal recipes that I want to try tomorrow, some pretty cool breakfast recipes that I'm working on, so maybe I'll throw a video of a breakfast in there sometime soon. And anyways, if you like the content that I'm putting out, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, share my videos, and hit the notification bell so that you know every time that I have a new video coming out. Well, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you all on the next video. Oh, and don't forget, everything for us, every day, in every way, gets better. Better and better.